next video segment. I'm Tim Armstrong from Armstrong Farm, home of Eat Your Yard Jacks, and we're going to talk about bamboo today. So we're standing by one of my favorite, Old Hemi, the giant timber bamboo, and it is June 2017, and we've got some shoots that are coming up here in the bamboo clump. Old Hemi is a clumping bamboo. So there's two major camps with bamboo. You have clumping bamboo and you have running bamboo. So clumping bamboo pretty much stays put and just slowly creeps out, and that's what you see with this one. And then running bamboo can send shoots out. There are about 1,500 kinds of bamboo, and maybe like 150 to 200 are considered edible. That would be the most palatable of the bunch. This is one of the ones that's a choice edible. Some of them are sweeter than others. Most of them have to be cooked, but some of them are typically eaten raw. Bamboo has a high amount of a cyanide in it, similar to cassava, and it is best to cook bamboo shoots, and I cook all my shoots. So we're uncovering as much of the bamboo shoot as you can. I visited a commercial bamboo farm, and when the shoot starts coming up out of the ground with the commercial farms, immediately they start mulching up around them real heavy, and they mulch up around them until they get a couple of feet high, and that will blanch out the bamboo shoot and keep it more tender, because once it starts turning green like this, it's not as tender. And so you can actually just kick this over. We're going to try to get as much of the bamboo shoot as we can. I probably should have went down a little further on that one, but that's not a bad size bamboo shoot. It's about the size of my forearm. This one here is about a week old. So every year this bamboo cluster, which has been planted here for about 3 or 4 years, every year when the shoots come up, they seem to be getting a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger. So that is a nice thing about this particular kind of bamboo. We're going to go to another patch and harvest some bamboo shoots off of those. We're going to kind of process them together, but keep them separate. This other bamboo, I'm not sure of the varietal on it, so it was a gift bamboo, and so we're gonna try the shoots and see how palatable they are. So here's our bamboo that we're not exactly sure the variety. It has been planted here about 2 years. It started out with just a couple of pieces of bamboo. It's obviously some type of clumping bamboo, but it seems to be spreading at a pretty good rate. But it's not sending runners and popping up across the yard, at least not yet. It has sent out a lot of bamboo shoots, so I'm certainly excited about that this year. We counted about a dozen shoots in here earlier when we were looking through the area. So you want to get as much of the shoot, because the white part is going to be the most tender part. And we're going to peel these down, and you'll see that part in just a minute. So with this one, we're going to try to get as close up in there as we can. Some people say a saw, you can use a saw. Like a rhino horn or something, right? So I should have went down further in that one, but we'll process this and we'll see what we got. So what some of the characteristics that separate a choice edible bamboo from a not so choice edible will be how fibery the bamboo shoot is, and some of the unpalatable bamboos, that is the problem with them. And so since we don't know that much about this one, you want a nice crunchy bamboo like you get in a stir fry at a Japanese or an Asian restaurant. That's what you're That's what you're looking for. And then some of the varieties of bamboo that they eat raw will be not very stringy at all, will be more crunchy and real clean. So we have 3 known varieties of edible bamboo here at the farm, and then this one unknown variety. Let's go take these into the kitchen and start processing. The reasons I like bamboo is because it needs very little fertilizer, very little water inputs, no major pest problems, so it makes a major impact on a landscape when you have bamboo planted in a landscape, because it can add such a nice flair to the landscape. These are the bamboo shoots that we harvested earlier, and so to finish the processing the way that I've done it is just I peeled, this is the old hamai bamboo, giant timber bamboo. So we peel these down. So it's best to cook your bamboo shoots for at least 20 minutes. That will diminish the cyanide issues in the bamboo shoot. Often we'll cook them down like this, and then we'll add this to a dish. I picked up a little bit of dirt in there, but you can see that this is pretty tender as it is right now. This is pretty tender and pretty tasty. So if you cut down through this, you're going to find that this part in here looks more like the bamboo shoots like we get in a can, right? Because you can buy bamboo shoots in a can. So the real thin slices like that are what you would get in a can. Actually, it would be even more thin than that. And this has a nice flavor. So we could use this whole piece now, once we washed it. Use this whole piece in a stir fry. Now here's the other unknown variety of bamboo, right, that we harvested earlier. You'll notice that there's a lot more string. We noticed that when we harvested it, right? So it could be that down here towards the end, no. So it's like cutting down through a piece of 2x4. So hence why some bamboos are edible and some bamboos are not edible. Just the fact, you know, it's not like most likely that they're poisonous or that their cyanide levels are higher, but just the palatability level of them is lower. And so that's what you're dealing with. So we're going to peel this down and see what's going to happen in here. But my guess is that you're not going to really have anything worth. The other 2 bamboos that I have on the property that I mentioned that are edible are experimental bamboos for me, and so even though they're highly, oops, so maybe I spoke too soon, right? Because maybe I just didn't get to the part that was more edible, because I see this part here is tender. Okay, so alright, so if we slice this real thin, this would be the part that you would eat. So even though it was fibrous further down, I see that it is not so fibrous in here. So taste-wise, very similar to the old hamai. It's not quite as mild, but it has a nice, almost a little bit of a nutty quality to it. So I would encourage you to explore some different types of edible bamboo. Think about using them in your yard. You could also grow them in pots, and enjoy keeping on eating your yard. Thanks for watching.